this segment of the discussion and ask Melanie over here how these visions of the future could potentially impact your business, because you do something a little different than everyone else here.
Yeah, I think in what we were talking about earlier about what Rob was saying about becoming a consultancy and outsourcing parts of the process, you know, could be deemed as a bit of a threat to what we do. But in the grand scheme of things, I think our service goes far and beyond payroll and induction, etc. So I think it's about working in conjunction with the organisations, because there are benefits, definitely, absolutely. And at the end of the day, it is about the worker and about the end client. So it's about us working together and making sure that it's a win-win for everybody.
It's really interesting, coming from an old school recruiter in the industrial marketplace, back in the day when we used to pay people £1 an hour and charge them out for...
Many years ago.
Yeah, and as long as they had a pulse, they got a job. Proper recruitment, none of this but it's an interesting one, because if the overly aggressive, bullish entrepreneurs in our space actually might take a view that, do you know what, there's been this master and servant relationship between the staffing company and us umbrellas, so why not take a little bit of their pie? Do we really mind that these guys who just take all our cash by levy, and do they keep us at hands off, and you're not playing on our pitch? Are we really worried that actually we do take a step up the supply chain and do some of this work? I'm not obviously saying from the Parasol Group perspective that would be the case.
Well, we've seen an umbrella attempt that,
yeah,
and fail miserably,
Yeah.
collapse, causing untold grief and reputational damage to the industry.
Because they adopted the US model, didn't they?
And
Yeah.
because they didn't understand the UK model,
Yeah.
and they didn't understand how to do recruitment.
Yeah.
So their fund management, their
Yeah.
cash flow management, and their actual ability to save the client money and do the job properly was terrible. And it just is a classic case of not playing to strengths, isn't it? And just to answer Mel's point, what we would propose is we would propose to help Mel with her problems, not her clients' problems.